everyone, welcome to the Magnificent Marks channel. As promised, happy Sunday. It's my preview for our game down at Old Trafford tomorrow. We're at Manchester United. Now, one thing, I just want to do a couple of bits of housekeeping before I get on to the match preview. But sorry it is a bit windy, but I've got my buds in to cancel the noise out. But yes, first thing, Villa fans. Wow, I've never seen a meltdown like theirs since we beat Arsenal there with a Gordon goal. Oh, Arsenal when we beat them 2-0, because we all know Arsenal can't handle defeats. Some Villa fans can't either. So yeah, their meltdown's been surprising because we've got on well with them lately. I don't care about the sub on the tank thing from 2009, that was just a minority of fans. But the fact that some of them, the way they've went on, because we've liked them recently, it's good to see another team getting Champions League and do well. So I'm not labelling them all, but some of them on social media, honestly, they've been insufferable, the way they've went on. At the end of the day, if you look at the replay and you look at his eyes, as I said in my last video, with his foot and his body position when he goes down to the left, but his body weight comes back to the right, it was a red card. His foot's always going into shot. He doesn't make any attempt to move and he's always looking at him. So the referee agreed, the FA have agreed, VAR agreed. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anyone else's opinion is, they're the three that matter. And yes, the referee was poor for both sides, I'm not going to deny that, but that one they got right. So at the end of the day, it's case closed, red card, certainly 3-match ban. But yeah, some Villa fans have been going on really badly, they haven't took it well. And they're saying the ref was on our side. He wasn't. He got that call right. He disallowed 3 goals for it correctly. So, yeah. At the end of the day, just accept it, move on. It was a red card. So, yes, Arsenal fans, now, we know they're all wrong in the head, entitled, deluded, and all the stories. They're getting boring, they're getting nauseating of coming out thinking they're just going to sign Alexander Isak. Now, they've got this, weird, cloud around the head of being a so-called top 6 club. They can't just rock up and take your players, but they can't. Doesn't work like that. And they think that we've been rattled that the media's come out and went, Newcastle have slapped a minimum price tag of £150 million on Alexander Isak, but it's not. Luke Edwards is just sharing that to say you're not going to get him easily. And we've said this, maybe mate, that look at it this way, why would he go to Arsenal? Because a good point I have to say here is players these days, they don't look at a club and look at the club's history. Come on, this day and age, it's all about reputation and money. Come on, it mainly is. You have to admit that. You telling me any clubs looking at Liverpool and looking at their history, are they looking at Arsenal, looking at their history? Because if it's based on recent trophies, Arsenal haven't won a league title since 2004. Now, I know we haven't won one since 1927, but no player looks at their trophies these days. It's based on what league can you be in for exposure, improving your game, possibly playing for your country, can I get the most wages? So at the end of the day, it's based on getting the most wages. No club's looking at that. Come on, you tell me Isak, it was 24, Bruno, it was 27, based it on your trophies? No, because if it was based on the trophies, they wouldn't have come here. They came here for the project. They know it's the best league in the world. They were getting paid well. They've been sold a good project where they can potentially win trophies, be loved by an adoring fan base, a big stadium, a big city, a beautiful city, and loyal supporters, and that's what we are. So yeah, that's just to shut that argument down. And let's face it, the ball's in our court, Isak's our player, he's our asset. We can charge what we like for him, just like Palace done with Gehi. They want to charge 75 million, don't think he's worth that? Fine, fuck off. But at the end of the day, they're not going to sign Isak. And let's face it, if any clubs did come in for him, Arsenal would be at the bottom of his list. But their fans can't accept that. They still think they're the invincible team from 20 years ago. They're not. They need to come into reality. They've won 1 FA Cup under Arteta and they bottled the league and Champions League. And as it stands, we're currently the 5th Champions League place. So yes, I just needed to get that out there to shut them all down and give them a reality check. Because the fans, not seeing in real life, but on social media, They just think there's something they're not. But, and Anthony Gordon, as Mark Douglas has just shared, if you check on X this afternoon, he's come out and Gordon said it's irritating for him and the rest of the big players. When Newcastle do well, they get linked away. Why should we leave? We're currently 5th. We're doing well. Semi-finals of Cup. They're in a big club, a top club, great fans. So, the end of the day, why do they want to leave? They're sick of it. And Isak said he's happy. Now, caveat, I do know, if we don't get any form of Europe, it is likely that he leaves, but he's still got his contract till 2028. But we can charge what we like. It's 150 million. And look, the only realistic clubs will come in from PSG, one team league. Would you really want to go there? And that's a disrespect to other big teams in that country. Like I think Lyon or Marseille. And then you go to this country, Manchester City, 1 win in 12 it stands, although I'm doing this at half time of their game and they are currently winning 1-0 at Leicester, but Leicester are still in it. So that rules City out, and City have already come out as well, which rules them out further, and said they can't afford the £100 million for Bruno Guimaraes. So they can't afford that at this moment in time because of PSR. What tells you they can go out and do 150 million for Isak? And then you look at Real Madrid. They're not going to commit to that at the moment. He could go there in future, as could Bruno. They're the biggest club in the world. But come on, let's face it. Real Madrid are focused on Mbappe. They want that to work because they've put so much into it and invested so much. So realistically, Liverpool can't afford him. Man U are just trash at the minute. So yeah, he wouldn't. Chelsea couldn't afford him as well. So you look at it this way, come on. No one's going to buy him, and certainly not Arsenal. There's far better clubs with better fan base and less petulant managers out there than Arsenal. Anyway, now that's over, rant over, said me piece, on to Manchester United at Old Trafford tomorrow. So yeah, Manchester tomorrow, Man United away. Now, strangely, going to Old Trafford, even though we've only got 1 win in 39 there, and that was in the league, that is. I know we won in the League Cup November last year. I was there when Miggy, Hall and Willock scored to put them to the sword, even though we had 5 left backs on the pitch. And that sole league win came in December 2013 in the Brazil kit. Johan Cabai, thanks to Sissoko's assist. Yeah, we are favourites, and based on current form, that's great. And why should there be any fear? Why shouldn't we go into this game as favourites? Like, what's the fear of Man U at the moment? Now, if you look at what Amram said, he's went like we're a strong, fast team with pace. We've got consistency. We're settled. Eddie Howe's been our manager now for 3 years and a month, give or take, coming up to 2 months. But it doesn't matter. So yeah, and he's admitted that yeah, he should always be under pressure because they are a big club. They are a big club, but their fan base is still living on Fergie's glories. And at least Amram understands at the minute where they're at, and what it is for Man U is he's come out and said their fans should be nervous every time we get near their box, which is true. I mean, Murphy's in the form of his life. Isak, Gordon, Bruno, Jolit and Tonali have posted this, and that we've arguably got one of the top 3 midfields in the league. Now, I've talked to a fan today. He's not wrong, because X is an opinion-based app when they talk consent. Yeah, I'd probably, in a way, I'd probably long-term put our midfielder above Arsenal's, but you can't deny that they have got a good midfield of Partey, Rice and Odegaard. But again, we know the stuff that surrounded Partey. Odegaard's world class, but he has injury problems, and Declan Rice is good, but I think he's overrated, like Rashford was, just because they're English. But yeah, we'll go there tomorrow with confidence. Bookie's favourites, we're in form. Man U, as it currently stands, are 8 points above the bottom 3. They are 7 points behind us. We can make that gap 10, the 12 points off the top 4. So we can plunge them in even further crisis, with them being 14th. They could even drop further down the table, and we could potentially close the gap on 4th, which I think currently stands at 5 points. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Now, what Eddie Howe said is right. Confidence does transform players and teams, and certainly it has lately, especially now he's finally got it to click with Tonali in the 6th, Bruno in the 8th. and Joe Linton just bullying players like he did on Thursday. But yeah, we've got to just use that confidence in going against Man U and get that win, because look at them at the moment. They've lost 5 games in the last 22 days, and they've lost the last 2 games. It's 4 defeats in 5 games. They lost 3-0 home to Bournemouth, and they've lost 2-0, which we watched after our game on Thursday evening at the Old George in the courtyard. We watched them lose at MNUNEW. We've won at MNUNEW, got a point at Bournemouth. Now, it's not to do a disservice to either of them teams, but we are bigger, we are better. We should be going there and putting this team to the sword, especially if they've got a midfield of it's probably likely to be MNUNEW, and then it'll either be one of Eriksen or Casemiro. I'm sorry, like, their team's crap all over. Like Maguire, Lindelof, Onana couldn't catch a cold. Then you've got like the fullbacks, Mazraoui, like Dalot. Like, I know you can't just go in expecting to win. It'll always be a tough game. And again, I'm not saying 100% confident we're going to win. It's Old Trafford. The record there is terrible. I mean, I've been there the last 2 games. Like I said, the 3-0 win in the League Cup, and then I was there in May, the rearranged game, due to them getting through in the FA Cup and annoyingly winning it in the end to take Europe out of our reach. But it's only ourselves to blame. We should have finished higher in the league, but that's how it is. They turned up in the one game they had to against City in the final and got Europe. But yeah, Dalot, Mazraoui, Maguire, Lindelof, Casemiro, like Eriksen, Anthony, fidget spinner, useless. And then the forwards, Højlund, like Xerxes. Like, these players just don't inspire confidence. Imagine watching that dross after what Man U have had for years. And yeah, we'll hate them, the Fergie era, they cost them with a title, but they are a big club in name, but they're not a big club now, especially on the pitch, and their fans have come to realise it. Like, I'm not seeing any fight or commitment from them on the pitch. I haven't seen any improvement under Amorim. And the players they've got out at the moment, well, especially missing for tomorrow, or Bruno Fernandes, even though some fans and Paddy Power have joked that it's a boost for them. And they're also missing Manuel Ugarte, who we absolutely took apart in the Champions League when he played for Paris Saint-Germain. But yeah, just crossing. Now, the only player I could say who's possibly been decent for them of late has been Amad Diallo, so he'll be on the right side for them. But like, up against Lewis Hall, I'd fancy Lewis Hall every day of the week, because he's just an absolutely quality player. It's frightening how good he is for 20-year-olds. But yeah, the 3-4-3 hasn't worked for them. They're the 5th lowest scorers. But yeah, we just need to see what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm confident they're in a mess, as we know, off the pitch. Ratcliffe, they thought he was this big saviour, Sir Jim coming in, but nah, he hasn't been, has he? He's that's £40,000 taken out of the former players' kitty. He's got rid of Sir Alex as ambassador of the club. He's put ticket prices up to match Fulham, which is weird because Manchester isn't as expensive as West London. So yeah, and then the Ashworth saga, which we've lapped up to aplomb. So yeah, and now they've got a mice infestation. So post your Tom and Jerry beans on social media, or any mice jokes if you want in the comments. Or on the roofs leaking as well. So honestly, it's an absolute hell to see them struggling. So yeah, we're just going to this game with lots of confidence. I do believe we'll go there and win. Can they get a goal? Possibly, but you know what? I'm going for a big tune win, because we've got 4 great wins lately. Obviously 11 goals without reply in the league, semi-finals of the cup. And we'll beat a very good Villa team. Now I know, but we made Villa look average. They're not bad, but still getting that against Villa is an excellent result. But yeah, this will be a statement if we can win at Man U, and then we'll go to Spurs next. So yeah, but the only thing I'd say is Newcastle haven't won a final game of the year in 7 years, but tomorrow's the best time to change it. Round off 2024 in style, because it has been a struggle at times with injuries and that, but we start off the year with a great win in the FA Cup, beating the Mackhams with ease, despite going through a worst injury crisis in ages. And then went and finished the year in similar vein, but I'm going Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 4. Call is mad, but I think we're just going to go there and we should pace this team to death. Right attitude, same as ever, cold, team effort, game management, go there and we should smash them. But yeah, despite the struggles from December of 2023 and the start of 2024, we start the year off by beating the Mackhams. and we're going to finish this year with, I think, a 4-0 win at Old Trafford. And another plus point is we're still the 5th best team in 2024 as it stands. So yeah, that's all from me for now. Thank you very much for watching the channel. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe and turn notifications on. But I'm going for a 4-0 win at Old Trafford. 2 for Isak, and I reckon Gordon will get on the score sheet and one other scorer. But I won't say who that is. A wild card scorer. Comment who you think, but I'm going a 4-0 win. But I'll be down Manchester tomorrow for the game. But otherwise, for now, thank you very much. Take care. Enjoy your Sundays. Bye-bye.